All right, so we have some really cool stuff to talk about in regards to leaks. Like usual, for leaks, it's going to be this channel. To get access to this channel, you're going to go to roles. All right, in roles, you're going to click on the BCM roles. All right, you click this and you click on the frog. The frog will give you access to leaks. Now, there's some good info, some bad info. You guys might be pissed, but we have units confirmed with parts of their kits being Gordon, Gauche, Dark Elf Patri, and Noel. Alright. Now, these leaks usually are 90% accurate. Sometimes they will be inaccurate. But in most cases, if they're inaccurate, it's just stuff they've added and not things that are wrong. Alright, almost every single unit before this have been right for the most part, so we're gonna go on the basis that they are. So one of my favorite skill pages in the game, by the way. Luxart's pretty good. I like it. I mean, he looks sick. If just it was Elf Luck, I'd like him a lot more. This looks a bit weird. They had it in game accidentally and it looked awful. This is okay-ish, and this one is pretty good. Considering it's this, it's nice. It's nice. So we have Gordon, all right? Now, he's a poison unit, okay? So in my opinion, I was like, you know, maybe what they're going for is Gordon and Luck together. Maybe Gordon's going to be like silencing and lowering their damage. And then imagine, right? Gordon lowers their mobility because 3 stacks of poison lowers the mobility by 50%. And then Luck is going to lower their SP and continue to lower their speed and their mobility. So I could see both of them working very well together. All right. As Luck is going to be a quick unit while also lowering the enemy's mobility so much. And then Gordon might pull in, lower mobility more, right? Both of them will. And then also Luck lower speed, right? So I think they could work pretty well together to make sure the enemies after the second turn can't do nothing. Because remember, the Goat Kaiser is going to stop you from doing anything for the first 2 turns, right? Debuffs won't go through, which is why Kaiser is so good, right? So good. But it also proves just how bad game design is, because it's like Kaiser on JP and on Global, because he's probably coming out next month on Global, is only going to find most of his use 2 months later, bro, when all the debuffers are in the game that they want for Kaiser to counter. So it's like, it just sucks for that, right? It really does suck how they do that. I'm going to make a full video on that. Now, I'm going to open these in, yeah, I'm going to open these here. So, okay, here we go. Yeah, so it does seem that I'm right to a certain extent, because we have, so it's Gordon. And he is a debuffer, all right? So there's defense down. Now, that's actually going to be decent. The reason is you're probably, like, I think Gordon, I really hope he isn't Dark, because then it's going to be hard to use him with Luck, right? But I think Gordon's going to be pretty good. That defense down, if you combo with, like, I don't know, Kaiser's damage increases, could make your Lumiere do really good damage, right? Or whatever other DPS comes out soon. It sucks that Charmy is not good, because now we're not getting an attacker for like 2 months. Oh, besides Lisht, it's true. Ooh, he might be really good with Lisht. It's true. I forgot about that. Now, receiving damage down is what you need. As a debuffer, right, you need to apply debuffs that lower damage, right? And this isn't like just false, right? Because we look at it. Chaos Vanessa, disarm and silences. Zora, damage reduction, magic attack lower. Also damage lower and defense up, right? It's like Zora does it all, Vanessa does it all. Those are the 2 main debuffers that you'll see. And then it's like, Luck, what the fuck? He's not lowering any damage, but Gordon is, which is huge. Now he has damage up and defense down, which is going to be pretty interesting, right? He's going to be doing a lot of, well, he's going to help do a lot of extra damage. It's just, it's going to be hard to do it in the first 2 turns, which means once this starts setting in, you'll probably be able to do a lot of good stuff. Now, accuracy up, I don't think we've had that before, but usually these types of units with like check result and tag check usually go a long way, right? But we could definitely see that poison, so he's going to be mobility lowering, damage up, lowering the enemy's damage, right? I think he's going to be decent, right? Obviously this is only his dupes. We could see awakened passive, then unique passive is going to be related to this. So his unique passive is going to be something unique. Okay, it's just that his unique passive is going to be different, right? It's not going to be just one. It's going to be a different type of buff, either requiring a certain thing. Now, oh wait, doesn't this kind of prove it's going to be a dark unit? We could kind of scroll up and see. So if we go up, let me pause. Yeah, never mind. So it's not there. But in my opinion, should be related to dark. I mean, Gordon does seem like a dark unit, right? He's got purple shit, should be dark. I could see it. I could definitely see it. If he's not dark, I don't want him to be blue because then we're going to get too many blues, especially if Noel is blue. But I think Noel might be light because if you're going to use him with Fuego, right, Noel and Fuego go together. So I think Noel is either going to be blue or light. Light would be insane and also make it so that there's another team made because he cannot be used with Lisht, right? Lisht has to be light. If he's not light, I'm gonna be sad. So it does seem like accuracy up or like check result should be related to a passive or like boost he's gonna get from a dark team. If he has the same thing as Chaos Vanessa, we're in business. If it's not like total silence, maybe it's gonna be like a skill 2 silence AoE. I could see that. Skill 2 silence AoE would be still broken as hell. If it's not that, maybe he puts a poison if it's like a rainbow team or 2 poisons, right? That would be busted because then if he like has an AoE poison, then there's 3 poisons on the enemies and then their mobility minus 50 the whole team. So we'll have to see. I think him and Luck could be really good. We'll see. We'll see. This looks single target, but it's hard to tell. Like spheres, I'm not too sure. Now then, we got Noel, who is a defender. Isn't that crazy? Noel being a defender. So he's going to be the Fest, right? The captains are the Fests. He's going to be March's Fest on JP. And he's going to be releasing with Dark Elf Patri, which means Dark Elf Patri is... he's a pickup, not a festival unit, which is kind of weird. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know. I don't know, man. I really don't. It's odd. I would rather Dark Elf Patri get the Fest. But Noel getting the Fest isn't wrong. Because if he's really good with Fuego, that could be fire as hell. So what does Noel do? So he's a defender. He's going to be a Fest because it just makes sense. So his passive is going to be similar. His Grimoire passive, the skill page, is going to be similar to, what's it called? The fucking Kaisers. That took a while. Now, I just want to check up, right? Do we have any... I don't know. We did not have leaks of Kaiser. So I'm going to have to find an action point up and just make sure I'm not tripping. So we could see how Finral gets the action point up, the mobility. Well, so is Noel, which means that this probably is going to be like Kaiser, where he's going to be quick. Like Noel, like Kaiser. All right. So this action point up probably means he's going to go early on in the match, which is good. It's very good. So it's probably going to be either if he's the only defender or if it's a rainbow team. Because he might be a light unit. Bro, if he's a light defender, he's going to have type advantage over 99% of the game. Think of it, right? It's going to be hard to really get him down. Like, bro, unless you're Fuego, you're not getting this guy down. Or Black Divider, but I don't know. So the heal, I don't think you're going to use the skill page. We'll have to see, though. Now, for his unique passive, he has Duplicate, Tag, and then Duplicate. So what Duplicate could be, in my opinion, right? In my opinion, it's going to be related to these shields. So it seems like he's going to have a barrier of some kind, maybe his own unique barrier, and then he could duplicate the barriers. Imagine that. Like, in this meta, that's super strong. And why that's super strong is because no super good DPS besides Black Divider removes barrier, and then Black Divider is only doing a single target until he dies, right? So basically, Lumiere and Fuego aren't really going to be able to pierce through a bunch of barriers, and it does seem like 2 possibilities. Either Noel is restricted to light, or a rainbow. He can't, sorry. Either he cannot be used with other light units, or he can't be used with other defenders. If it's with other defenders, these barriers are going to help Lumiere be tanky as shit if it's a team barrier, like with Kaiser being team support. So I think Noel is going to be someone to invest into, especially if you want Fuego. I think they're going to go for a thematic with like Fuego Noel. If you have Fuego max duped, then Noel is probably going to be someone to invest into, even if he's going to come out in like 5 months. So after that, we got Patri, and he is a debuffer. I don't know how, but he is a debuffer. The thing is with him, is he seems to be a DPS, right? He seems to be a DPS debuffer, which is actually interesting. But if he's got damage up on his Grimoire passive, unless it's a debuff, being like the enemies have damage up, it's because it would be receive damage up instead of damage up. If it was a debuff, it would be receive damage up. So to me, this screams that Patri is like a debuffer who's meant to be used as a DPS. And he also seems to be dark, which kind of goes against the fact that Gordon's a dark unit. But Gordon comes out in February, Patri would come out mid-March, right? So that's basically the difference between the two. And yeah, getting damage up while having action point up and SP up is going to be interesting. It's unfortunate that there's nothing else for him. Like, I would like to see his unique passive, but getting SP and action point is going to be pretty good. So the action point is usually mobility or something else. I kind of forget in a lot of cases, but the damage up is what interests me. He might actually be like a damaging debuffer, right? So we've had like a support debuffer in Zora. We've had obviously through and through debuffers. Maybe now we're going to get our DPS debuffer, kind of like how defenders have Mario, who used to be more of a DPS. We'll have to see how exactly that ends up working out, but I'm pretty hyped for Patri too. I'm just like overall, I really want to know what Gordon and Ghost do, right? So for Ghost, I think we could scroll up actually. He should have some things. Not a full kit, but he should have some things. So Ghost, he's going to have crit check, which probably is going to be with Lisht and receive damage down. So, oh man, I really think Ghost and Gordon should be really good debuffers, but we'll have to see on that. As for Lisht, he's probably going to be the unit to invest into as a DPS. I could see him being extraordinary if he's got magic attack and damage up in his dupes. All he needs is invulnerability, MO, because they don't see his unique passive. So MO and Vuln, he's good, right? Either start of battle MO or invulnerability, right? Or he's just the quickest unit in the game. That too. We'll have to see. But yeah, no, we got a lot of stuff coming out. In February, we got Lisht at the beginning. Then we got Gordon and Ghost. And then in March, as of right now, well, we know of Patri and Noel. Now, we also can see that ZAGRED, right? ZAGRED is in the story, which means his model is done. His model is either done or close to done, which is very cool to me. Very cool to me that we're going to be seeing ZAGRED probably in either 3 weeks or 6 weeks. I find that hype as fuck that we're actually going to get his animations. Is that Awakened List? That's also Awakened List, it seems. So, man, next chapter on Black Clover is going to be hype, and we're going to probably the chapter after, chapter 18, because this is 17, I think. I think. The chapter afterwards is probably going to be like with Spirit of Zephyr and Black Divider, which means after Noel, I think the next fest will be Spirit of Zephyr in April, right? I think April's fest will be Spirit of Zephyr. And then May, I could see ZAGRED coming out. I think that's going to be the timeline. Let me know what you think of that. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.